Good morning. This is the time and place for zoning cases hearing for November 2nd, 2016. My name is Bradley Collin, and I will be conducting the hearing as a hearing officer. We have one case scheduled for today, and the relevant exhibits are posted on the panel located directly behind me. If you wish to speak, please write your name and address on the speaker forms, which have been provided by the front door and submitted to our planning assistant. I would like to inform everyone that the official proceedings of the planning hearing officer hearing are recorded as part of the public record. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices, which were mailed to property owners and tenants located within 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. The hearing will proceed as follows. I will read the description of the application request. The case planner will make a brief overview of the case, give analysis, and make a recommendation. The applicant will be asked to come forward stating both name and address, will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support of or opposition to the application and any interested parties will ask to come forward as well to speak, clearly stating name and address within a 3-minute time limit. Lastly, if the applicant desires, they can come back and rebut or address any of the previous comments that may have been made. The hearing will be closed, the case either taken under submission or a decision may be made. The case that we have before us today is a conditional use permit for a massage establishment located in a C3 zone located at 1341 East Colorado Street. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.42 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if the 4 required findings are present. If the evidence presented in the application and at the hearing meets the required findings, then the hearing officer can either approve or impose conditions for approval on the case in question. If the findings of facts are not evident, then the request will be denied. This time I'd like to ask our case planner, Titus, just give us a presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Collin. As you stated, this is a conditional use permit, case number PCUP 1619327 for a massage establishment located at 1341 East Colorado Street. The project is exempt from CEQA review as a Class 1 existing facilities exemption. The proposed massage establishment is located on the 2nd floor of a 2-story shopping center addressed as 1337 East Colorado Street, just west of South Verdugo Road. The building sits at the back of the lot, and there are 18 parking spaces in the front of the lot adjacent to Colorado Street. Building currently features a mix of personal service and professional office uses. All of the properties on that block face along Colorado are zoned C3 commercial services zones, and they also have a land use designation of community services. You have 1- and 2-story multi-tenant commercial buildings along Colorado, and to the rear, along Orange Grove, you have the R2250 moderate density residential zone, and directly to the back of the subject site, there is a 2-story, 34-unit multifamily residential building. The project was circulated for comments throughout the city, and there were no major concerns received from various city divisions and departments. There were suggested conditions that were proposed by the Glendale Police Department and by the city attorney, and those are included in the draft conditions of approval. And there were no other city departments with serious or significant comments regarding this particular application. Again, as noted, the applicant is requesting approval of a conditional use permit, and this would be to continue operating a massage establishment in the C3 zone in compliance with the recent amendments approved by City Council in January 2016 of this year that require all existing legal nonconforming massage establishments to apply for a conditional use permit prior to March 2017. There's been some recent legislation at the State Department, which back in 2011, the city adopted new ordinance that did not require a CUP for massage establishments. Prior to that, a CUP was required for all massage establishments, but based on state statute, which allowed for the self-certification of massage establishments, CUPs were no longer permitted for or required for massage establishments. Following that time, and because of difficulties and challenges regarding the enforcement efforts for cities and counties, because of the state statute, the state then rescinded and they allowed cities to legally enforce massage establishments once more. And so in 2015, the city of Glendale then called for an interim urgency ordinance, which allowed a moratorium to provide massage establishment new legislation. And in 2016 of this year, the City Council reinstituted the requirement for CUPs to go and review each massage establishment on a case-by-case basis. Now, along with the new ordinance, the city required that all existing legal non-conforming massage establishments, such as the one that was started back in 2011, during the time when no CUPs were required and only self-certification was mandated, they now have to come back and apply for a conditional use permit to continue operation. So, going back to the business at hand, the current applicant, as I mentioned, has a zoning use certificate, and that would be PZUC 112207, that allowed them to establish the massage use at its existing location back in 2011, with a condition that all massage therapists be licensed by the state. So the Gentle Care Wellness Center has been operating at its current location since the 2011 date. The use itself, the proposed use, will be consistent, and these are in line with the 4 required findings, will be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan for the area. And as I mentioned, the land use element designation is community services. Personal service land uses, such as a massage establishment, generally offer a complementary element to the surrounding uses. It is a use that is permitted with a conditional use permit in the C3 commercial services zone, and again, subject to approval of a conditional use permit. And the subject site is in a commercial area along Colorado, which is identified as a major arterial in the circulation element that is suitable for this type of use. And the operation would be required to comply with the city's noise ordinance, and as such would be compliant with the noise element, and no other elements of the general plan, including open space and recreation and housing, will be impacted. So it is consistent with the various elements of the general plan. The applicant's request for continued operation of the massage establishment in the C3 zone is not anticipated to be detrimental to the public health, safety, and wellness. This would be the second required finding for a CUP. It's been in existence at its current location without any calls for service since 2011. It's located on a major arterial on Colorado Boulevard between South Chevy Chase Drive and South Verdugo Road. All of the uses in the immediate area along Colorado are also similarly established currently with commercial, retail, and office uses. The moderate density residential neighborhood to the north along Orange Avenue will not be impacted simply because the building itself is oriented towards Colorado. There are no openings at the rear, so all of the activity will be facing Colorado, and no changes are proposed to the site plan or the actual tenant space itself, so there are no expected detrimental impacts. The third required findings, that the adequate public and private facilities, utilities, landscaping, and traffic circulations be provided for on the site in its service use. Again, it's an existing operation that it's been in its current location since 2011. There are 18 parking spaces provided on the surface parking lot, so there is ample parking for the use. No additional floor area is being proposed. No increase, obviously, with parking demand, and existing utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures are adequate since they are already in place. The use meets the zoning ordinance of providing a personal service in the commercial zone and will be beneficial for the public. There are no known parks, churches, private colleges, daycare centers, libraries, or hospitals in close proximity to the project site. And the surrounding use. Second, as I get into, just want to make sure that I've covered all bases. Okay, and it should be noted that the use must comply with the provisions set forth in Chapter 5.64 of the Glendale Municipal Code, specifically relating to massage establishments, as well as Chapter 10.5 of Division 2 of the California Business and Professions Code. So the state has mandated regulations as well. The conditions will ensure that the massage establishment will continue to operate in a responsible manner, and full access to the premises must be made available to all city staff, including Neighborhood Services Division and the Police Department, Fire Department, as well as the Los Angeles County Department of Health Service representatives upon request. So, and this would be to verify that all laws and conditions of approval are being adhered to. With that, staff believes that the findings for the conditional use permit can be made in a positive manner and therefore recommends approval of this particular application. There are a number of conditions, and there would be 10 specifically, that would address any type such issues. And with that, staff concludes presentation, and I'm available to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Amatitis. Good presentation. Very good presentation. At this point, I'd like to open the public hearing. I have one speaker card, Jose Lozana. Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Okay. My name's Jose Lozana. My address is 37258 36th Street East in Palmdale, California. And I'm speaking on behalf of the owner of the massage therapy business, which is located at 1341 East Colorado Street in Glendale. The operation, as stated earlier, has been in operation since 2011 to the present. The location occupies 540 square feet on the second floor of a commercial building. It's adjacent to other businesses that also offer personal care services, such as hair salon, nail salon, barbershop, etc. 5 years ago, the city of Glendale issued a zoning use certificate to Gentle Care Wellness Center to allow the massage business to operate, and they have complied with all municipal code requirements. The hours of operation are from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. The business employs 2 full-time technicians and a third one that fills in during the others' days off. The technicians are licensed professional therapists. They've completed the requirements of the state agency known as the California Massage Therapy Council. It consists of 500 hours of training and education, and they have passed a state exam that allows them to practice their trade in the massage therapy. The business is clean, it's well lit. The entire building itself is very well maintained. The property management provides a clean and well painted parking lot. And as far as the findings, should I go ahead and talk
Please.
about the findings? Okay. One of the questions was how will the proposed use to be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan? The answer would be massage is a viable, legitimately professional field offering the public valuable health and therapeutic services, which requires applicants to be 18 years of age, completed 500 hours of certain educational training, skill, and professional criteria to undergo a criminal background check, and it's a passage of the CAMTC approved exam. That's the establishment known as the California Massage Therapy Council, which is authorized and issues a certificate to the massage providers. The second finding on the question was, why will the proposed use and its associated structures and facilities not be detrimental to the public health and safety of general welfare or the environment? Our reply was that the structure has been designed to ensure that they will fully function predominantly as workspaces with incidental accommodations meeting basic habitability requirements in compliance with applicable regulations. There are no exposures to hazards, toxics, or harmful chemicals, or anything that will affect the human health or safety or the environment, or any part of the building or the premises, nor the vehicle area. On question 3, why will the proposed use and facilities not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent use or impede the normal development of surrounding property? We put that the proposed use does not or will not materially be detrimental to the character and the development of the immediate neighborhood. The property is zoned commercial and allows for uses such as professional services provided, and moreover, the project is on a busy commercial residential properties, and they enjoy the convenience of nearby markets, retail stores, and other service industries. Massage parlors are an intrinsic part of the wide variety of services that are needed in order to properly serve this residential population and other commercial tenants. It's a place to relax, to demonstrate that it is effective treatment for reducing stress, pain, muscle tension. The benefits may also be helpful for anxiety, digestive disorders, and is in conformance with the element of the community plan as it remains true to its zoning designation and is in harmony with the surrounding area. And the last question that was asked was explain how adequate public-private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures are or will be provided for the proposed use. And we answered back, the adequate private and public facilities such as utilities, landscaping, parking are provided for the clients. All public utilities exist and currently serve the site. The massage facilities comply with all landscape, setback, and lot coverage requirements. Parking spaces provided where 18 parking spaces are on site. It is anticipated that adequate parking and traffic circulation will be provided. That was on the findings part of the questions that were asked. We take it a step further in that where we have these I don't know if the cameras would catch it, but I can read it. It says we have this posted at the entrance. It says, this massage establishment and the massage rooms do not provide complete privacy and are subject to inspection by the city and health officials without prior notice. We give that as a warning that there cannot be any kind of illegal conduct going on. In every room in the establishment, we have this notice, and it says all massages through New Health Spa is professional purposes only. It is completely non-sexual. Please note that any inappropriate request will result in termination of the massage, and the session will need to be paid for in full. This is posted in every room. the employees are certified massage therapists. We have their license, their certificate of completion, and so that the employees not only have been certified, but they're also licensed by the state, as well as the background checks is on all these on the employees. We take photographs of their license. These are available for inspection by any city employee or official, be it police department, inspector, anyone that could come into the premises. And then we also, with the employees, they go over the massage rules. These are the rules between the establishment and the employees, and it just basically states, this is actually put up by the city of Los Angeles, but it's very, very right to the point of what is allowable, what is not, and the proper dress code. Obviously, they cannot be showing, you know, anything that might be construed as being sexual, and so that they keep it this way on a professional level. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
The licenses that the technicians or therapists have, those are posted up on for everyone to see as you come into the space?
Yes, they are. They're actually framed and they're on the wall, along with the license for the business itself. This way, the licenses are all up there, as well as the rules that we have. That's just right off the get-go as they come in the lobby. It's right there, so that anybody can see that, you know, it's a legitimate business.
Okay. Thank you. And then one other question. The conditions of approval that were recommended by staff, have you reviewed those and are you in agreement with those?
I'm trying to think what
They were the conditions of approval that were part of the staff report.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that we did talk about that. This is written in Chinese because the girls that work for her are Chinese, and so it makes it easier for them. But it's a contract that they write, that they're you know, that they're going to follow the rules. That the
What I'm referring to is you went through the staff report, correct? That was put together, that staff put together.
I did not see a staff report. Is there a report that was sent? Oh, what the suggestions on that?
I have it here if you want
Okay.
to read through it real quick.
Sure.
It's basically these items here and those there.
Oh, okay.
You want to read
Sure.
through it real quick and then just confirm that you're in agreement with those.
Okay.
And it sounds like from what you've described, I have a feeling you will be, but I just want to confirm that.
Okay.
The link to the staff report was sent to the applicant as well, so
Okay.
since this is the owner, the applicant's representative, perhaps he
That's fine.
is not made aware.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. We would be would be in approval with this because, like, where it says that all necessary permits for the building and safety, when they got when they applied for the license, they went through the Department of Building and Safety, and let me see here. Actually, I have that written down.
licensing department.
The licensing department, yes, for the zone. And yeah, okay. It was on November 29th of 2011. It went through the zoning administrator, building and safety and planning department, and that was when they got the zoning use certificate.
Right.
That was issued to General Care Wellness. And yeah, they would definitely, you know, be available for full access to the premises by the Glendale, be it the police department, fire department, neighborhood services. And yes, the licenses, as we had a little earlier, they're all up to date.
That's fine. You mentioned that. I just wanted to make sure that you've read through them and you're in agreement with it.
Sure.
That's
Can we
basically
keep these?
Sure.
Oh, okay, good.
All right. I have no further questions. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to speak on this matter? Nobody? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close the hearing. Based on the findings recommended by staff, the facts and information presented at the hearing, and other applicable departments' input, I'm going to approve the conditional use permit, case number 1619327, subject to the conditions listed within the staff report. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing, will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and all interested persons who responded to the public notice, either by speaking at this hearing or by submitting written responses and have provided their name and mailing address. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Any relating to appeals under the appeal provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain forms and brochures on the procedures from the Building and Safety Section Permit Center, located on the same floor of this building. The meeting is now officially closed. It is 10:24. I thank everyone for coming. Have a good day.
Thank you.